Growing up, I think that we all had big dreams. I've been thinking a lot about my childhood lately, and when we were in that environment, when we thought about our lives, I think that we all had big plans for ourselves. And I think that everybody thought about, what do I want to do, and where do you want to go, and what we're going to accomplish, and not just fancy cars, and not just nice houses, and not just ridiculously expensive watches, but what we were going to do on a day-to-day basis. And, was it going to be exciting? Was it going to be something we would enjoy? Could we go and do something meaningful? Could we go travel the world? Could we do something significant that would help other people, but that would also help us? And unfortunately, most people's lives don't end that way. I remember reading this quote from John Lennon. He said, life is what happens to you while you're making other plans. And my biggest fear was that I'd wake up one day at 40 and look around and think, what happened? Where did all my dreams go? Most people work hard their whole life, and they never get the opportunity that we have. And other people get the opportunity and then don't work hard, which is crazy. Because if you do this thing the way that it's meant to be done, if you give it 100%, nothing will ever be the same. Your finances won't be the same. Your bank account won't be the same. Your relationships will never be the same. Your family tree will never be the same. You'll never be the same. And the only thing it's ever going to ask you is the same thing that it asked of me, that you work harder than you've ever worked before, that you remain optimistic, and that you get aggressive about being better and improving every single day. And I just think that's fair. It's a good deal. And if that's what you're going to do, we should be excited about learning this craft. And I see people wait for their leaders to teach them something, or wait for their managers to teach them something, but it's your life. So the onus is on you to get the information. The onus is on you to take control of your life. And the way I looked at it is, I finally found something that can get me whatever I want, as long as I put in what's required. And the onus is on you as well to stay motivated. And a lot of you guys who know me know that what's motivated me is very, very specific. And maybe I did it fast, but I had an extra degree of urgency. That my driving force was to get to the point where financially I could make enough money that I could retire my dad. And that's been my step 7. And he's actually here today. Dad, will you come down here? I know he must have thought I was crazy. After I saw my first opportunity meeting, I called him up and I said, Dad, I found the thing. I'm going to retire you. And I know he must have thought I was crazy, but Dad, there were times definitely where I was willing to give up on myself, but I was never willing to give up on you. So you don't have to work anymore. Welcome to retirement. I'm going to leave you guys with one quote. It's one of my favorite quotes. It says, "The greatest sin, the greatest injustice, the greatest disappointment is to be granted the gift of life and return it unused." If we're going to do this thing, let's go all the way. Thank you guys so much.